Hello, everybody, and this is Stephen Crum. It is Thursday at 6 o'clock, so I'm going to come on for my weekly update. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the U.S. Constitution. If you didn't know that, today is Constitution Day, and a couple of years back, my family was nice enough to give me a copy of the Constitution. See, there's not really very many names down there, but these people all got together one hot summer in a building with the windows shut and the blinds shut, and they didn't let anybody else in, and they just talked about it and tried to come up with something. And I want to talk about this because what they did was they got away from partisan politics, and they actually worked on coming up with compromise and finding a way to solve a problem. I'm going to kind of just give you an idea of how this worked. First off, we had declared the Declaration of Independence in 1776, and this was in 1787. So we've gone 11 years where we basically had history was based off of Continental Congress ideas, and that was really a weak government. Some of the leaders knew that we needed a stronger federal government, and so they decided to have a meeting in Philadelphia, and it was called the Philadelphia Conference. It soon became known as the Constitutional Conference because they came up with this. But you got these people in the room, and you had Virginia that came forward with this great idea that they wanted to have three separate parts of government, but they wanted it based off of the representation in the legislature would be based off of just the populations. You had some other people, the smaller ones, the smaller states that didn't really want it that way. They wanted everybody to have one representative, and that was all. That was the New Jersey Compromise, or the New Jersey recommendation. After a while, Connecticut came forward, and they actually had what's called the Great Compromise, and they went with the three areas of government, just like we have now. But it gave us everybody gets two representatives in the Senate, and then you go by population in the House. So they compromised that. They weren't really happy about it, but you know what? It's turned out for the most part to be pretty good. And the fact that the Constitution that we have is a living document, and we can add amendments, we can take things out. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's a way that we can change things. And it's because people work together to solve a problem. They weren't partisan. They didn't do just what the leaders told them to. They listened to the people that they were representing, and they came up with what they thought that was the best way to do it. When I was in the legislature in 17 and 18, that's what I did. I listened to my constituents. I listened to other people to get ideas of what was going on. I would get ideas from people in the Democratic caucus, which I'm a part of. I would get ideas from people in the Republican caucus. That's how you solve problems. Right now, I think the leadership, the representative we have in District 98, he does what the leadership of the Republican Party tells him to do. He doesn't listen to the constituents. He's not worried about what they want. He's worried about what the leadership wants and what the big donors in the Kansas chamber and groups like that, KPI, what they want. And that's why they fund his campaigns. I want to get to work back in Topeka. I want to work with everybody. And that's really all I've got tonight. Remember, you can find my website at crumforkansas.com. I believe that was updated today. You can also find me right here on the Facebook page. I'm also on Twitter and Instagram with at Steve Crum 1, and that's the digit number 1. And again, it's Thursday. Happy Constitution Day, and I hope everybody has a great evening. We'll talk to you later.